Purdue University Global. Apply now at purdueglobal.edu.
Love can get a little messy. Good thing there's Resolve. Love the love, resolve the mess.
To the spring semester of Penn Manor Esports here on Twitch, Facebook, YouTube, wherever else we may be, now that we stream on like a million different platforms. So today we are kicking off the spring season with one of our new games, one of 3 new games that was added to the program this spring. Today is chess. For those of you who didn't hear the news, we are adding 3 new games. That is chess, Brawlhalla, and Minecraft. That's right. So chess, Brawlhalla, and Minecraft are all being added to the program this season, along with our 3 other games that we already originally had: League of Legends, Overwatch, and Rocket League. All of those will still run. It's just now that we're adding Brawlhalla, Minecraft, and chess. Those are also going to be in the mix, running with the program as well. So today's match is scheduled for 4 o'clock. As you can probably see, it's 4:07. Still just working out some bugs and just technical things, because life is full of technical things. So we'll have those going. Have the match going. Hopefully within the next 5 to 10 minutes or so. So sit back and keep enjoying the non-copyright music. Hello.
Hello, I'm here. I think I'm supposed to come and get yours.
This one's yours.
Check. Check.
Hold up. Wait, let me see. Hello. No, it's still not working.
Let's get yours.
Okay.
If it works. Get the music off and split the screen.
Sorry. Oh yeah, off the. Screen share. Yay.
All right, welcome to Penn Manor Chess, where David Groff is taking on against the Connor Best at Chess. Don't know what school he's from, but this is Scott Herzog. I'm the head coach here at Penn Manor Esports, and we are having our first chess match of the season that we are streaming here. And so right now you can see that David here David is playing on the black end. Giverish guy is his name. He's playing a guy named Connor Best at Chess. And so you see right now that very aggressive move by Connor Best at chess, but right now David's kind of coming in defensively
Hello.
and
There we go.
seems to be having the little bit of a just kind of thinking through it. Now they, just so you know, for those of you watching, if you haven't watched an online chess game, David has 10 minutes to make all of his moves. If he doesn't make all his moves within the 10-minute time slot, he will forfeit the game. So you'll see there's a counter at the top, the 9:26 doing down. That tells us that it is David's move. Actually, it doesn't. That tells us it is Connor's move at the top because David's down near the bottom. This gibberish guy is David. So you'll see that he has 8 minutes 38 seconds, while Connor has 9:10. So now it flips back to David, and he's kind of thinking what his strategy is. Obviously, the goal is to either take all the other guy's pieces, or to put him in a position where he cannot move anymore without having his pieces taken. So that's kind of the plan. So we'll wait and see what move David will do as he kind of think through the process here. No, let's go Penn Manor, and no, we do not need any promotions, believe it or not. You'll see on the side that you see the moves being registered as like BG4, BG5, A5, and so on. These are just the positions in the chessboard that the pieces are, and the last moves that are being made here. So right now, as far as time goes, you'll see that David's time's eaten up a little bit, but not just not incredibly unbalanced. They still have plenty of time to do this match. We'll see where Connor ends up here, what Connor's next move. At this point, none of the pieces have been taken yet, I believe. And it's now David's move. We'll see where David moves next as he kind of plans. Chess is one of these games, a strategy that just really makes you think.
Absolutely. Yeah, this game is. They definitely call it one of the more complicated games. So a lot of times, what you'll hear, uh, and even in school too, we're not playing chess, you know. And I'm
Right,
sure you may say that to your students from
right.
time to time. But you know, chess, it's definitely a complicated game, and it's definitely one that requires a lot of focus. There we just saw David take out one of Connor's pieces.
Yeah, he took out the horses.
Yeah,
One of the
yep.
horses there, I probably had the, the name wrong on it. I know the names of most of the pieces. I just forget the knights. Maybe it's the knights. I know it's bishop, knight, rook.
By the way, we clearly haven't done our research. Just a quick little
Yeah,
PSI.
obviously not. Um, so you're able to get both mics working then.
Yeah, I was able to.
That's awesome. Very good. So
Yeah.
Christian Lapp is sitting here with me as we kind of are streaming our first chess match here and kind of seeing what we can do to kind of get this rolling here.
Yeah.
Um,
His
so
first
right
stream
now
of
7:33, but you'll see the time differentiation is slowly being eaten up. That horse move seemed to really kind of stump the other guy as far as planning goes. So we'll see what Connor Best at chess, what his next move will be.
by the way, is he the best at chess?
He at least thinks he's best at chess. Whether he is or not is a whole different ballgame here.
Oh yeah.
So I'd rather have a guy named Gibberish Guy than Connor Best at chess. He's a bit arrogant on my part. So you see here what David's trying to do is tease this guy into like taking his pawn. He's forcing him to kind of move, and so he comes out of it. Now this is forcing David to get his horse off. Um, so he either loses his horse here or something. So this is a move where he has to really think through. Now, a couple avenues. He can put it back into the starting position. He can move it above his castle. He can move it in between the king and his other castle here. He has some choices to make here as we're kind of waiting here. So we'll see what David actually plans to carry out here.
Yeah, and one thing to note with this type of chess, this is time limited. You know, these players they only have 10 minutes to really think through. So as you see there, David's timer. If you're looking at, let me go over here. This
Yeah,
little
right
guy
there.
right here. So that's David's time. This is the other guy's time. So they really have to kind of watch their time and really look at it, make sure they're not taking too long.
And
for
it's
their
and,
moves.
and it's 10 minutes aside. So
Right.
these games max would go 20 minutes. 20-minute games,
Yeah.
assuming one doesn't lose before the other. So a little bit of pressure. You don't have all the time in the world to do this. So what David opted to do is to leave his horse there, move his king up, so that if the bishop's taken, this gives him a position where you can take the, or not his bishop, as his horse is taken, then David can sneak up there and grab the bishop, and there's really no retaliation at this moment. At
Right.
this moment, so you see now Connor Chess is considering his moves. He is delayed. He now has less time than David. So this is actually swapping. This is to David's advantage. Now this again, he's open. So we'll see what happens. Now a couple things happening here. This puts David, he's able to either come up and grab this with a pawn because he has a pawn available right diagonally from the horse, or he can go up with his horse and grab it. There's a couple pawns that he can kind of take that from. Looks like he's considering moving the pawn up, and that is what he does as he takes away now the last horse this guy has had. All right, so this puts him now into a position where we have, where we have this. I think this is the. Is this the king or the queen?
I think it's the king.
I think it's the king.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I don't know why you would leave the king kind of wide open there. That's
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah, I'm quite sure this guy here is the king.
Yeah.
And then,
So
yeah. Or
yeah,
no, this king, queen, but whatever.
I think that this is a queen there. So this is wide
Yeah.
open, but there's no real concern there.
We'll have to get confirmation from Mr.
From
Eric
David,
Shirley.
David will have to tell us after he
Yeah,
says, "You guys
David.
were shoutcasting that so terribly."
I know, right?
Well,
Thankfully, we
this is the
only
first chess
have one
game that we
viewer.
ever shoutcasted, so sky's the limit for that.
Yeah. By the way, just a quick little PSA: we are not sponsored by any of the ads you see on your right. So
That is true. Oh,
yeah.
one other thing. You will notice that, by the way, it looks like what they're advertising is the chess.com app. But you'll see down at the bottom, like below Gibberish Guy's name, you can see the two horses there that he's taken. You can see that up above we've taken a bishop, a horse, and a pawn, it looks like. So we'll see. We'll see kind of what the queen decides to do. I don't know that the queen can do anything. Like,
Yeah.
really.
And really has to watch his time right now. He has wasted almost. He's wasted a little bit of time trying to figure out this. So maybe
Yeah, we'll
at
see
this
what
point,
happens here.
maybe at this point he just goes with the safe play and just does just
So he's
Yeah.
thinking. He's thinking here. I mean, 4 minutes. He has plenty of time, but it will rush his moves in the future.
right.
And he moves the queen over just a little bit. And we'll see what sort of position the opposition puts himself into. So he's countering a little bit what Connor, who's best at chess,
Yeah, right.
is. You can't see the air quotes. Can you see the air quotes?
Oh, we can see them.
Yeah. I'm Team David, obviously, as a Penn Manor, so we'll just see what is happening right here.
And right now it kind of looks
All
like
right, so
here we go.
he put the king into check, I believe. So
Yeah.
I think so. So this means that he has to move, and he just moves it out. So not a lot. It's kind of a weak move,
Oh.
although he's trying to set up something here.
if I was him, I would have moved that diagonally.
Yeah, well, he
Create that-
can't move it diagonally.
yeah.
That needs to go either across or up or down. So
Yeah.
wise move. He's doing it to kind of, number one, protect it, but there's now no recourse that the bishop can have. I mean, the bishop can only go diagonally, and there's no one down in the spot where the castle was moved from.
Right.
So David's turn again. We'll see where David kind of steps out. And it looks like the queen is moved. And so the other thing that can happen is that this other guy can run David out of time
Oh yeah.
by making quick moves, forcing David to do things. Now,
Okay.
this is interesting because now this bishop has to move. um, and really has to move out of the area if it wants to save itself, right? Um,
So you move that
yeah, so he moves
here
that
to
right
here.
there, but again, you're getting pawns here. He is in line for this, and so I guess maybe
Right.
that's a threat
Yeah.
that per se. But I would say that's yeah. I mean, this
Moves
is a
that up.
great move because now he has to move one. He's going to lose one of these bishops here. He's not going to keep both.
No.
So
But I think that's also a good play by him because now he gets to run the other guy's time down.
right, the other
So
guy has to make a decision.
exactly.
Which one do I do here?
Right.
We'll see.
And
Oh,
there
so he
okay.
moves it out diagonal again. So David could come in and get, but he also has this opportunity to kind of move his rook over one if I were, and then that kind of says
Yep.
you have to get out of this position. You can't be in this area because no matter where you go, any of the white spaces now to either side of the rook are not fair game because the rook can take it, and so this one has to get out. Has to get out. Now he might go for a cheap pawn there, but that really does open up this other, um, yeah, this other bishop that's kind of hanging out at h6. So we'll see. Time is running down. We'll see what move is made. It's been a while. I don't know that I've ever watched a timed online chess match. I certainly played
Oh
my
yeah.
fair. Have you played chess before? I assume.
Maybe like once or
Maybe
twice.
qualify what we mean by playing chess, right?
Complicated things.
Yeah, I'm fairly good at chess, but I don't play it competitively. Okay, let's see where he went. So he did go up for the palm. This moves him, and he takes there. Yep, which we kind of expected.
Yeah, I think that was a good move there by David. Just sort
I
of.
think it was a great move, and
Yeah.
it's a move that I would have made. It was a quick move, and so he just went to a short move. This is buying him some more time, and
Yeah.
we'll see kind of where we go from here.
And here we go. It's now David's turn again.
It is David's turn, so he has to keep a little bit of eye on his time. He can't take too much time here um, to kind of
Yeah.
see what can happen here.
There we go.
All right,
I,
all right.
I
So
think
we're
that
gonna
was a good
see.
move right there because now you have that, you have this in the way of sort of all these sort of pieces up in here. You have the queen right here, so he
Right.
sort of blocked that. You have the pawns over here. So I think that was a good move by David right there.
Yeah. So again, the goal is to kind of protect it. It's giving David more time. You'll see that the times now, as far as what's left, pretty. It has to get much more nerve-wracking the
Oh
closer
yeah.
you get down to your time, right?
And this is definitely that point where you're starting to think, okay, while he's making his move, taking okay, and here we go. He made his move here. You're also sort of thinking, where do I go after this? If he were to move it to here, you could move, one of your pawns or the queen or whatever it may be to here, or if he maybe did this move, do that. So I think while the other guy's taking a turn, he has to be thinking, okay, how do I go from here?
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
And
So
he
it's
moved.
interesting. It kind of puts him in the way a little bit of the queen can't come down and just take because if he gets down here, this now becomes accessible.
Right. You sort of have this
To
sort
him.
of trap right here,
Yeah, he
kind of.
doesn't want to do that. The other thing, like over here, oh, so the
Oh,
queen
okay.
does go here. So this is an effort to get rid of the queens, right?
Yeah.
If he moves in there, then that queen is taken. It pulls both queens off the pot.
So we kind of saw two
He
moves there.
sacrificed it. It was a sacrifice of both.
Right.
Get both queens off, and now the game becomes a bit more intense. David has a minute 55 left, and we'll see kind of where he goes. It looks like he's thinking of moving this up, which he does, and
Yep.
it buys him some more time.
But I think now, Connor, he has quite a bit of time. He's got 2 minutes 17 seconds. David only at 1:43. So that's something to keep in mind.
All right, so what's here is he's trying to bait this castle into taking his pawn here. Um, if the and But if that pawn's taken, then this one will automatically move up and take it.
Yeah.
If he doesn't take it, then he goes up there and takes there, and notice that. So now that was a great move because he could have taken that when it pulls him out of danger a little bit.
And now he just
Yep,
took
and now
another
we have
one of
that.
his
So
pawns
that
out.
pawn's there, but it really can't do a heck of a lot at this point.
Yeah, there's really not
they're
much.
kind of on different tracks here. So now he's baiting. This guy has to move this one.
Yep.
Yes, he does. He goes up to take the pawn, and that was actually a pretty brilliant move from that end.
Only,
So we'll see what David decides to do here. If I were him, let me see what I would do. I might take the castle and maybe move up there.
yeah.
We'll see.
He took his pawn up,
Oh,
though.
he did. That's actually not a bad move at all.
Again, now he's just sort of trapping this sort of area right in there, kind of having to make him do something. But I also think David created a nice, I guess you could say, sort of barrier here. He had his pieces up in here.
There is a safety net here. So
Yeah,
this takes that.
then he
That's
takes that
great.
out.
It takes it. That's not a big deal at all.
Right.
So I'm not sure what his game is, except that what he might do. See, now we have the red time, so he's down to 57 seconds. And let's see what happens, what David decides to do there in these 48 seconds.
He's got to be quick, though. Because
Okay, so he actually is going to, we're going to see what he does here.
Yeah. But there also is quite a big time difference. Now you're, oh, okay. Let's sort of break that one down. So he brought that down here. And I believe that came up from up here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he can move. I think what he's going to move is, it looks like he's thinking of moving his bishop down into that corner. He has to move.
Yeah.
So this would move it and take it out.
Which,
protect it a little bit. So he can go up here though and be safe.
Yeah, I think that's a good play by him.
Yeah. Well, now he has to get out of this.
Right.
He has to get out of this because of him having some danger. He has 19 seconds, so he's
There's
kind of
no way
buying
he's
for time. We'll see what Connor does here. I mean, he does have some moves.
But looking at David, he only has 19 seconds left, so at that point...
A little bit of pressure in David
Oh,
here
here we go.
last 10 seconds. Oh, 16, he has to do something.
Yep, there we go.
He's going to do it, yep.
Yeah.
And we have that. Good. So,
not a bad play.
seconds left.
But now this sort of has an opening right in here.
Right.
But he opts not to move it, though, so... And now David's got to be, like, speedy quick, so...
Yeah, so he's going to be definitely doing some things here to kind of get it. Very good. So we'll see. It is some pressure, but the other guy now is down to 20 seconds here a little bit.
Yeah, but David only has 6 seconds, so...
He does. He is...
5.
Yeah, it's a 5. It's going to put some pressure on both. Look how close this match is. It's coming down to seconds here. What is this guy going to do?
Your guy has 10 seconds, 9, 8. Okay, stops the clock.
Yep, stops the clock there, and again.
This is going to be a matter of time here. I'm betting it right now. Yep, 1 second left. This is, yep, and that's it. Ran out of time.
Oh, white won. What a close match here. Close match here.
Yeah.
All right, so I guess they are going to rematch again. So that is the first. It's best of 3. So I assume this is going to be a rematch.
That's what it seems like. Yep. Rematching.
Rematch is in.
And here we go.
Best of 3. So really, it's whoever wins this next match. So if he wins it, it's going to be 2-0. I think they don't play all 3.
Yeah.
So a little bit some fast play here as we get started. So this is interesting, forcing the bishop to move here. And wow, getting up there pretty quickly. That was kind of exciting finish to that last game, though.
Oh yeah, definitely was.
Seconds to go, and yeah. So we'll see what happens here. And right now, a pawn has been taken. David now, this game has the greater time. I wonder too, you flip sides. Like he started black the last time, now he's starting white. And I wonder if how much of a difference or leg up does that really give a player? You'll see that black's really contemplating what does he want to do here as he kind of think through the match.
Yeah, and sometimes you'll hear, even in professional sports, that you may hear like the ice is tilted or the field is tilted or
Right,
something
based on
like
who's
that.
starting, right?
Right, so this may just be the case here.
I know
So,
the League of Legends, for example, you always want to start blue side. Like that's
right,
kind of the thing that people say, but statistically, I'm not sure that there's a huge advantage one side or the other.
there's not.
It's just what it appears like. So this kind of puts position in David in such a now this can be taken. He's kind of sacrificing this. There's a couple angles. No doubt this has to be taken here. Now this
Yeah.
the horse is going to come up here and grab the bishop. At least that would be my inclination, unless he chooses to do it. Yeah, he actually
He's
puts his queen
queen.
up there, and he's thinking about putting his pawn up there. But we'll see. We'll see what happens here
Yeah.
in this match.
Also, what we've been seeing from David, what I've been noticing so far, is a lot of faster play. If we're looking at the time here, he has 9 minutes 15 seconds, so he's at a good point in terms of time.
Yeah,
Connor,
if time is a factor, but the other
right,
guy is winning. He's gotten more of the major pieces off the board at this point,
right,
and so you'll see it actually has him up +5
yeah.
score-wise. Now we'll see what happens here with this white person. I don't know that. Yeah,
Looks like he's going, looking at his king, horse,
yeah.
kind of
He's
just taking it at all.
thinking, what is the best move? What is the best move here for David?
Right,
He has to protect his king right now, who's wide open, right?
yeah.
But there's a lot of space for him to move. What will David do? What will David do?
It's the big question.
Just moving.
Just moves the pawn.
Yeah, a little pawn up there. See where he's at.
Here goes. He moves his bishop then.
Yeah, he lost his bishops. He lost
Yeah.
both bishops. That's kind of that's not a good position to be in.
No. And just kind of
So he's
moves.
baiting him out a little bit here. We'll see what he does.
Just kind of moved that pawn up there.
Yeah, so he's moving away. Is kind of, and that was probably a smart move.
Yeah.
So he's forcing him actually to move further.
Whoa.
So he's baiting
Oh,
this.
okay,
Look at this.
okay.
Oh, queens are off the
All
table.
right.
That was quick. No queens. The other guy's still up 9 points. It looks like. So this is a interesting move where they kind of swap you notice the castle swapped over to D and the king moved over to C. You can do that when they're initial positions, and so that's kind of interesting.
David just kind of running out his time here. He's kind of been going at this for a little bit. So.
Well, I think he's thinking, what are you saying? What are my options here? I think
Right.
that's what he's thinking, and it is a great question. Great question.
Yeah. But at the same time, he still has a good bit of time, so
He does.
not too worried about it.
He is a little bit in a little bit of dilemma because the only pieces he has to have any sort of power is his king
Right.
and his 2 castles. All his other pieces have been taken off the board. Whereas the other guy has a bishop and both horses still left on the board,
Yep.
in addition to his 2 castles. So we'll see what move this guy makes. Okay, this guy's going to come in and begin to do some power work, I'm thinking. All right, so he's moving there. He's trying to bait out this guy here or force him to move his bishop away, which he has to move. Couple things though, this guy, this makes it. This is open now for his horse here, and we'll have to see what he actually decides to do. He's thinking, do I risk my king in that play? And the answer is yes. Yes, I will risk my king in that play. Yeah. All right, so we have this position here, and ooh, I see what he's doing. I see what he's doing. All right, good, good. He's thinking here, making him do a little bit of work. So 6 minutes remain in the game for both sides. David a little bit more, and Connor best at chess a little bit under. Now back to Connor's move here. This actually puts the king in check. So this is actually a pretty good move here. Yeah, so this forces him away. The more pawns that Connor can take from David, the more vulnerable David becomes. So it's a question of whether he'll take it. And he's gonna lose his horse. If he leaves it there, he's gonna lose his horse if he takes it over.
I think also one of the big things here is
And he moves the horse away.
Right.
So a little bit of frightening territory there that's up there.
Exactly.
All right, good. So that pawn has been taken, and he's kind of sacrificed it. All right, so he's going. Oh, I see what's happening here. Nicely done. Ooh, forcing him to move his king. He could actually go over. He could get this bishop here would be an option. But again, notice that this is a free and clear pawn there,
It is.
and one that he may not feel comfortable losing. Ooh, okay, so this is forcing this rook out of position if he's going to keep it there, which he doesn't. Actually, a good move to take away that bishop there, so that bishop's now no longer in that territory there. So we'll see what happens here in the last 4 minutes of the game here that we have left. So now this puts the king into check. So he's going to have to move, and we'll see what happens. Okay. So he's now going to be forced to come up here to play. So we'll see what happens here. 4 minutes, 15 seconds left in Connor Best's clock. He has David he's definitely at an advantage right now in the game with David. We'll see what happens here if Connor's able to take David down, or if David's able with 4 pieces to hold him off. Connor is obviously thinking, oh, it's David's turn. So a little bit of maneuvering here. David is a little bit, it puts him into check. He needs to actually move out of this.
Yeah,
All
I actually
right,
like
so
that
let's
move.
see what happens here. I think that I would, if I were that, ooh, very nicely done.
He's got 2 up there.
He does.
Now he's going to have to watch out for this back end right here. And,
It's a checkmate.
Okay, well.
Yeah, I did not see that coming.
So that's
I
game.
believe that is a that's game. I
Yeah.
believe that's game. But let's I don't know in the chat.
It's final score 2-0.
But
Yeah, it looks like that's gonna be it.
that's it, right? I think that's it. That's the best of 3, right?
Just just press that. There you go.
All right. Well, congrats to David. It's a loss, first loss of the season, but gives him a little bit of a feel for what he's up against. And it's Penn Manor's first foray into chess, so it's been kind of a it's been an education, I would say.
It has.
It has been an education.
Especially adding the 3 new games, there's definitely going to be a lot that we're going to learn.
We're going to be learning.
Yeah.
We have Brawlhalla. You ready to shoutcast Brawlhalla?
No.
Good. All right.